All right, everybody, it's your boy Ed Diaz here. We're going to do something a little bit different because so much has happened, right, with this whole pandemic. It's kind of like shaken and rattled our lives. So, I'm going to talk today about some professional organizing for the home. So, today I have Sadia, Jania of the Kids Room SF. If you haven't heard about it, then pay close attention because you're going to want to know all about this and it's going to free up a lot of your time. You know, they say, make sure you give yourself an hourly rate of what you're worth, and everything else, you got to delegate it, right? And that's why Sadia is here today to talk about the wonders and the beauty about delegating stuff so that you can do the things that you're best at and that you love to do. So, Sadia, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing, Ed?
Hey, I'm still alive. Yep, I'm still here. Despite all this insanity, is it me or does it seem like it's one thing after another? We get out of the pandemic and now we got Russia bombing Ukraine. I mean, what's next? Are we going to
We're
get a
busy.
meteorite?
Yeah.
It's insanity. But on a positive note, so I was looking through your website and everything. Very, very fascinating. I love your website, by the way.
Thank you.
And the service, I've always been a big believer in delegation. If you don't delegate, what ends up happening is you become a jack of all trades, master of not even some, but of none. Right. So I think your service, the organizing part is so key because most of us, especially with the pandemic, have gone into disarray. Things are not organized. We don't even know what we have and don't have. And I know I've been guilty of
Right.
this as well. And you really don't know what you have until what? You move. And then you realize, wow, 3 truckloads? Really? I thought I had like a few things and people have
It
no
adds
idea. So,
up.
right, it adds up. So tell me first off, why did you start this company and how did you come up with this wonderful name, the Kids Room SF?
So I started this company not too long ago, but I started doing it because a lot of my friends that I've been helping organize their homes were like, this is what you need to do. So my specialty is helping San Franciscans manage their small spaces by really organizing it, really honing in on all of the things that they need, getting rid of the things that they don't, and then
Mm,
finding systems, ways to organize it, creative ways to put things in their place, and really maximizing as much space as we can. Sometimes that means, utilizing all your wall space, finding the creative, storage shelving and
yeah.
things like that. So it's just really cleaning out our space or organizing and maximizing our small spaces, and setting up systems so that it's all kind of intuitive and you know where things go. Everything that
Yeah.
you need has a home, and just helping families set that up. I think that it's not an intuitive business, and
I agree.
that's why I want to help other people do what I really love to do.
That's so awesome. Would you agree with me that I mean you're cleaning their houses, but the reality is you're also cleaning their souls because how do they feel after you're done?
Light and
Right?
lifted, and you look at something and you're like, oh, these are all of the things. My goal is for when my clients like open up a pantry that I've worked on, or a closet, or whatever it is, that they're like, oh, obviously I will find these things here, and then lo and behold, there it is. Right, it's clear, it's obvious for
Yeah.
them. They've gotten rid of the clutter, the things that they don't need. We passed it along. We work with a lot of buy nothing groups and
Oh,
um, other organizations to help upcycle unwanted items. There's a lot of people in need in the city, and it feels
oh,
really good to
interesting.
pass along items to
Totally.
families and other people that need them, right? And it feels good for you because then you regain that space,
Yeah.
and then it's great for the families because they can utilize items that you don't need anymore.
So on that note, what percentage of the things a person owns typically falls into that category that you just either donate or get rid of? Just out of
Well, I think
curiosity.
for families, I think that's a pretty big one, right? Like,
I would
as the
think.
dad of a young kid, like they go through this stuff really quickly. And I think that it's a great, there's just so many Facebook pages and things like that where we can share with our community, just giving items a second life and just getting rid of, the things
I
that
didn't even think about that part. Honestly, that's fantastic. I mean, it's the old saying, right? Somebody's trash is somebody else's treasure.
right.
Yeah, that's an amazing way to do that because typically, I mean, other companies that I've seen, they just throw stuff away, but this repurposing, I think, like you said, not only gives it new life, but it blesses somebody else. I think that's huge. So how did you come up with the name?
The kids room SF. I really want to focus on helping city families. I feel like
Hmm.
this is my niche. This is something that I know. I have two young kids. I have a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old, and we are constantly going through stuff. And I know that it takes a lot of uh, it takes a lot of planning to like keep on top of this stuff. And I just think I'm pretty good at it. So I just
Yeah.
enjoy helping people get their spaces honed. And so I figured, as a busy mom, I don't have tons of hours to give, but I really want to focus on doing something that I really love to do. So this is kind of my side gig slash main gig, but
Yeah.
I do it in hours that I can fit in.
It sounds like it's quickly becoming a calling.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of professional organizers out there, but I think that we differentiate ourselves. My company differentiates. Our, we are unique from them, in that we really focus on city living, maximizing city spaces, and like helping city families and city folks just
That
like
makes sense.
really utilize their space.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I would think that this would also apply as you expand into other high density cities that are very
That's
similar
why
to
we
San
started with
Francisco,
the Kids Room SF. Maybe there'll be a
right?
Kids Room New York
I
or
noticed
San
that.
Diego or Chicago.
Absolutely. Franchises, here we come. No, let's and on that note, let me jump in here and take a look at your website, because your website's very, very cool. A lot of thought went into it. And I noticed one of the things is that you actually have created packages. So you've done a lot of diligence here in creating these packages with different, of course, tiered hours. What do you see mostly in the city? I would think that most people just either start out with the starter package, and can they add to that, or how does this work?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The starter package will give you an online consultation. I will walk you through, we'll kind of do a little Zoom call, and I can chat a little bit about your needs, your goals, like kind of the things that you want to accomplish. We will talk about the items that you have for organization. I really like to try to utilize as much as what people have. People do end up
Hmm,
having a lot of stuff. I really like to try to maximize. I don't want to go crazy at the Container Store and like, $500 later,
right.
$500 later, you have all of these items that are unnecessary. Obviously, there are items that are needed. I've kind of stockpiled some bins that I found to be really helpful time after
Hmm,
time in projects. So that is that $25 in product,
I
just bins
see.
that just work well in a variety of spaces. And then
Oh,
it'll give you a 5-hour hands-on organizing session. That is kind of like the one session, where we'll work through whatever we can get done in 5 hours. My goal is to not only get the place organized, but to really create systems where
hmm,
you
yes,
know where things go. Things are
perfect.
intuitive, like your
Easy
entry,
access, always
right?
there, same place.
Your kids' room. It's like, there's bins, and it's obvious for kids as to like where they put their toys and things like that, their books, all of that stuff. And then we'll, like I mentioned earlier, we will remove your unwanted items, and I am happy to post those on some local Facebook groups and give them new life, or to make a run to Goodwill for you. And then
Okay.
if you want to keep going, if there are other items in your house or other places in your house that need help, there's an additional hourly rate, and we can schedule more sessions going forward. And then the move package was really designed for people who have a lot going on, whether it's packing it up, and getting it in the right shape to bring it to your new place, or it's unpacking. This is kind of my favorite, is unpacking and finding ways to
Mhm.
get all of your stuff in the right places. Let's get it all a home, right? Like, you've got your
Yeah.
home. Let's give all your items a home, and let's get you started off on the right foot. I don't think there's um, anything worse than having this beautiful new home that you're very excited about, and then it's just clutter everywhere, boxes shoved in everywhere. Let's get you unpacked. Let's get you settled and comfy in your new home. And I think that I am really good at helping people find the right spots for things. So
There's nothing like a space that's nice and organized, and you walk in and you just see. I'm not even going to say, the minimalist. That's certainly something that I love to do, but just when everything is in the right place, the space
Right.
itself comes to life, right?
Yes.
So, on that note, when you go in and you do all these, what are you? Who is typically the person that would be a great fit for you as far as a client? And then are there also other professionals that would be great referral partners that can refer you clients as well?
Yeah. So the first part of your question about
End
my
user, yeah.
target client, I really love working with two. My ideal is kind of like two busy parents, right? You've got so much going on. Your kids have activities, you've got school, you've got work, you've got everything in between. It's working with busy families that just don't have time to put the stuff in place. It's That's kind of my specialty, is getting working with them to really get a handle on their home situation, because like it just adds unnecessarily to people's stress levels when their home is unorganized, right? You're talking, even as you said that, like when you open something up and it's all organized, it's like this wonderful feeling of
Night and
airiness,
day.
lightness. Um, and it feels awful when things are like cluttered and chaotic, and it adds to your stress levels unnecessarily. So we're here to provide zen and function to your space by paring down and finding things at home. And then the other, what's the second part that you?
Who's like a good referral partner for you? What would be another professional that would
So
be
I
conducive to
actually,
referring you clients?
um, yeah, I'm working with some local, just local Facebook pages or
Okay.
next door, or kind of like people in my neighborhood. I'd really like to focus on staying in the city. I think that there is a big need here in the city. Another unique aspect of my company is that I have a few friends who are general contractors who can help with making custom solutions. So if you are an owner and you're able to make accommodation or make permanent adjustments to your space, if you wanted like built-ins, for example, or things like
Mm.
that, stuff above and beyond just getting, the shelving or whatever you want. But like if you wanted to do something more custom and built in, I have a couple of partners that are really skilled general contractors that could help with that. So
Yeah, general
haven't been
contractors I can definitely see would refer you business and you refer them. I would think architects and also real estate agents, I would think would be a
right.
great source that would refer you people and clients for the obvious reasons, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Excellent. Well, you've done a fantastic job. Let me tell you, the website, the way you've packaged it, the way you made it a niche service, I really, really, really think that you're going to flourish big time, especially here in San Francisco, where the density is very, very high. So, how can people get a hold of you? What's the best way?
I think the best way is to go to my website, thekidsroomsf.com. On the contact page, I have prospective clients fill out just a short little questionnaire. Just you're ready to get organized, and
Uh-huh.
kind
There
of
it
a
is.
couple of questions that you can fill out. And then I will reach back out to you and we'll schedule a 30-minute consultation to go over it more in depth. And we'll kind of go from there. So you can reach
Excellent.
me. My phone number is on there. The
The
Gmail, the kids
email.
room
Yeah,
stuff
perfect.
at gmail.com. Correct, my
Okay.
email.
Yeah,
It's all there. So
that's great.
yeah,
You've thought of everything. You even have a contact page. That's fantastic. Well, thank you again so much for not only the service, but for allowing me to spread the good news about the Kids Room SF. Thank you
awesome.
again. Have a great day,
Thanks,
and
Ed.
we'll chat soon. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.